Alright guys, so what I did today is actually, this is a day project, but I started the pinstripe removal, and you can see here that I got that middle stripe out. I think the bottom stripe I'm just going to paint, but you can see I got that middle stripe out and all the decals on the side. And up here at the start, you can see I started taking off the pinstripes up there, which I'll probably just paint that top part and then put another stripe up there of a different color. But there's a couple things that are important here. I want to show you guys the tools that I use. And you know, you watch a lot of videos, you watch a lot of different people. Let me switch the camera here so my son can start recording. So a lot of the tools are, you know, a lot of people talk about the eraser wheel. And so a couple things I want to point out is I started on the eraser wheel here and it made a huge mess. But a lot of people do that. And then when I got to here, you can see I actually started chipping away the paint on this like fiberglass portion. And so what I then did is I switched tactics, okay? And I moved to, thank you to Explorer Steve actually. Explorer Steve had a great tip on these plastic razor blades, okay? And you're gonna want to go on Amazon and find them, okay? Just keep the camera on me, son. But you're gonna want to go. These are plastic razor blades. They won't hurt the paint at all, and you're able to really kind of use a heat gun, which is what I did next. So just back up a little bit. You gotta watch the camera. All right. So take a heat gun. You can go to Harbor Freight, buy these for like $8 or something. But I took a heat gun and start heating up the pinstripe, and then you're gonna take the razor blade and you'll start, you know, removing the pinstripe. And it's pretty easy and pretty fast. And I'll show you on the next video where I do that. And when you buy these razor blades, buy the package of, you know, at least 50, because you're gonna go through these. It's not just one. You'll actually use one side for about maybe 4 or 5 inches, and then I would have to switch to the other side. And you just do that the whole way through. Now I started with the eraser wheel because I thought that'd be easier, but actually I wish I would have just started with the razor blade first, and then if that didn't work too well, then move to the eraser wheel, because I wouldn't have made this mistake here, and it was actually easier with the razor blade. Now if you look up top, up here, I started with the razor blade, and then I moved to the eraser wheel, and the eraser wheel is much faster, and the fiberglass could actually take it, and it didn't mess up the fiberglass in any way. So my point to you guys is this, is like experiment with both, but start with the razor blade first, and then see if that's a fast process, because it actually was faster for me on the pinstripe, but then the eraser wheel is faster for me on the top up here. So I'll show you the process here on the next video. Thanks. Alright, so back to using the heat gun and a plastic razor is what I'm going to be using to get this off. And so again, you know, I start with this first and then go to eraser wheel. It may be easier. Sorry for all the background noise, but here we go. So I go on high. You can see it comes off pretty easy. Just know that when you heat this up, sometimes your razor, because it's plastic, it'll also melt, which is why you go through several of these. So just keep doing it like that. Alright, what I want to do is show you, you know, new razor, new plastic razor, and just the heat. Notice I didn't go too long. Yeah. Like butter. guys, as you can see here, we're making progress, and you know, a couple important things. You know, Explorer Steve, who I've become fond of just through his videos. I don't actually know the guy, but he's always talking about the tools to use, and so, you know, I credit him for helping me find these plastic razor blades on Amazon. That was great, and I'll put a link to some of these. And then this is just a heat gun from Harbor Freight. But you know, in all his tool videos, there's always been one missing tool that I'm surprised he's never had, and it's very important. And if you're watching my videos, I think you should go and get this tool every time you're doing your job. Definitely, you know, you want to make sure you have a beverage of choice, because it just makes the job more fun. So, anyways, I don't know, Explorer Steve, you probably don't drink, but anyways, here's the tool. Alright, so the rest of the video will be me basically doing that, and that's pretty boring, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it here, and I don't know what's next. I'll show you guys something soon.